On Tuesday, September 18, 2012, in the heart of Midtown Manhattan, 34-year-old financial analyst David Reynolds left his office at 2:14 p.m. for a scheduled client lunch meeting 2 blocks away. David was the picture of stability, married for 9 years to Sarah, father to 5-year-old Ethan, active in his son's preschool PTA, and known around the office for his calm demeanor and willingness to stay late. Multiple street-level security cameras from banks and retail stores captured him clearly. Navy suit, laptop bag over one shoulder, phone in hand, nodding politely to a doorman as he crossed 47th Street against the light. The footage is crisp, time-stamped, and unremarkable until 2:17:04 p.m. In the space between two overlapping camera angles, a notorious 12-second blind spot caused by a building overhang, David simply disappears. No scream, no sudden movement, no vehicle pulling up. His phone stops pinging cell towers at 2:17:12 p.m. His wallet is found intact in a public trash can 3 blocks north at 4:22 p.m. No fingerprints other than his own. No ransom demand ever arrives. Detective Elena Vargas, 42, lead on Manhattan's Missing Persons Squad, watches the loop for the first time and says quietly to her partner, "He didn't run, he didn't fight, he was taken, and the city watched it happen." By 6 p.m., Sarah Reynolds is at the precinct, clutching Ethan's drawing of Daddy at work. The initial sweep is textbook: phone records, credit card activity, social media check-ins, interviews with every colleague who saw him leave. Nothing unusual. David's last text, sent at 2:12 p.m., reads, "On my way, love you." His laptop is still docked at his desk. No unusual downloads or emails. The wallet in the trash contains $87 cash, driver's license, and a photo of Ethan. No blood, no fibers, no foreign DNA. Vargas's team canvasses the blind spot block: 2 bodegas, a dry cleaner, a parking garage. One bodega clerk remembers a guy in a suit talking on the phone but can't recall direction. A parking garage attendant saw a black Mercedes E-Class idling with tinted windows from 2:10 to 2:20 p.m. No plate captured. The garage camera angle is blocked by a pillar. Sarah insists David had no enemies, no debts, no secrets. Yet Vargas notices one anomaly. David's company badge was swiped out of the building at 2:13 p.m., but he never returned. The first 48 hours end with no body, no suspect, and a city asking the same question: how do you lose someone in broad daylight when every corner has eyes? 3 months pass. The case is reclassified from missing endangered to long-term missing. The black Mercedes is traced to a rental company. The renter used a stolen identity and paid cash. Facial recognition attempts on the driver's partial profile fail. Cap, sunglasses, head turned. David's company runs an internal audit at Vargas's request. Nothing irregular. Sarah sells their apartment, moves to Westchester with Ethan, but keeps David's phone number active. Anonymous tips flood in. David spotted in Montreal, in Miami, working on a fishing boat in Maine. All dead ends. In early 2013, a private investigator hired by Sarah uncovers one new detail. David had been quietly asking colleagues about whistleblower protections 2 weeks before he vanished. His firm was under federal scrutiny for possible accounting irregularities. The lead goes cold when the whistleblower program manager denies ever speaking to David. Vargas re-interviews the parking garage attendant. The driver had gloves on, black leather, in September. The silence deepens. No body, no blood, no confession, only the camera's unforgiving blind spot. In 2022, the FBI's new Advanced Video Analytics Unit reopens select high-profile disappearances using next-generation AI. Vargas, now a lieutenant nearing retirement, submits David's file. The AI model fills the 12-second blind spot by interpolating motion vectors from adjacent frames and cross-referencing with traffic cameras 3 blocks away. The reconstruction shows at 2:17:06 p.m., David is approached by a man in a dark cap and black leather gloves. The man places a hand on David's shoulder, speaks briefly.
David looks surprised but does not pull away. They walk together towards the waiting black Mercedes. The vehicle leaves the frame at normal speed, no screeching tires, no abduction struggle. The AI isolates the driver's partial face. A match returns in the NCIC database. Victor Kane, 48, ex-private investigator, arrested twice in the 1990s for witness intimidation, currently living in upstate New York under a new name. Kane is arrested quietly at his cabin. After 36 hours, he confesses. He was hired by David's superior, Edward Sloan, to make David disappear because David had discovered Sloan was funneling client funds into offshore accounts. Kane claims he intended only to frighten David and drive him out of state. David became combative in the car, suffered a fatal head injury against the window frame. Body disposed in the Hudson River. Kane kept David's phone and destroyed it. In 2024, Edward Sloan pleads guilty to conspiracy to commit kidnapping resulting in death. Kane receives 28 years. No body is recovered, but the Hudson search yields David's wedding ring positively identified by Sarah. A private memorial service is held on the Brooklyn Bridge at sunrise. Ethan, now 17, speaks. "Dad taught me to be kind even when no one is watching." Sarah establishes the David Reynolds Foundation, funding whistleblower protections and urban surveillance audits. Vargas retires with a commendation. Her final report ends with one line: "The cameras missed 12 seconds. We missed nothing else." The case becomes required reading at the FBI Academy, proof that even in broad daylight, truth can hide in the blind spots, but persistence eventually finds it.